Hello everybody and welcome to the Gyrocopter Flying Club. In this film I'm going to talk about what I think is a potential new gotcha around the takeoff phase. As you may know, the vast majority of gyroplane accidents are during takeoff and landings, and almost 100% of them are due to pilot error. Unlike this starfighter pilot, most fixed-wing pilots have uneventful takeoffs, and so our issues do nothing to dispel the Gyroplane Widowmaker label, nor our insurance premiums. Around a decade ago, the UK CAA published a safety sense leaflet because of poor pilot judgment around takeoffs had led to some accidents. The link to that material is in the description below. It contains some fundamental information that were likely to be covered during pilot training, but time and complacency had allowed things to slip. That, of course, was in 2012, and over time, aircraft have progressed technically, and yet sadly, I'm not sure we're fully alive to that progress from a pilot training or communication perspective. In 2012, that CAA message didn't really mean a huge departure from the established takeoff technique. Sure, to perform a performance takeoff, your pre-rotation speed may have gone from 200 to around 240, but pre-rotators of that time simply couldn't deliver any more. And also, very many pilots were very happy and comfortable to apply 100% throttle during the takeoff roll. The biggest recent change has been the increased pre-rotation speeds available with modern auto-gyro aircraft. Here, they will pre-rotate to up to 320 rotor RPM, and that sets in place a couple of snags. The first is that the POH takeoff performance figures references these higher pre-rotation values. So now, unless you pre-rotate to those values, you're not going to achieve the takeoff distances published. Secondly, if you do use those pre-rotation speeds, your takeoff technique will almost be certainly different from that taught to you by your instructor during your pilot training. And your problem will be compounded should you persist with a legacy technique that keeps the stick fully aft to the wheel balance, because the increased drag is so enormous that your takeoff distance required will be increased beyond that should you have only pre-rotated to 200. Of course, some wag will now come and tell you it's all the more reason to go and buy a Magni, because their takeoff process hasn't changed over the last 10 years. However, as we watch this M16 Magni pilot during his takeoff roll, despite the fact he pre-rotates to 220 and the airspeed he achieves to climb away is broadly as per the POH, the takeoff distance taken here to clear 50 feet is over 500 meters, and yet the POH suggests that from grass it should only take 250. The reason for such a large delta is largely due to throttle application, where the trend has been very gentle throttle application to assist pilots achieve a comfortable wheel balance, and the application of 100% throttle is not a focus at all. Of course, it was a lovely technique and a smooth takeoff. However, I'm going to stop the film at the point the POH says we should have cleared 50 feet, and you'll see that we have, in this case, nowhere near enough airspeed and nowhere near enough height. Use your instructor and fly safely.